What's up, Pisces? This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot, here to look at your week ahead starting May 5th, 2025. Pisces, I hope all is well. Happy Cinco de Mayo to all the Pisces who celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Welcome any new subscribers to my channel. Definitely appreciate you. The deck that I am using will be listed in the description box, of course. Not reading any reversals. Just going to cleanse the energy from doing the messages for Aquarius for the week, and we shall begin your messages. All right, so what is the potential energy for Pisces? My fish is coming up here this week. What does Pisces have to look forward to? What's the energy? All right, so we had a card or two that turned over. We're going to use those cards in your spread. And, oh, very powerful here. So we have the Major Arcana, the Death card, and then also the Queen of Cups. So we'll put those in play at some point, but we're going to cut the cards here and start officially with your spread for the week. And if you don't know, the Queen of Cups is the mother of all love, nurturing, caring, definitely supportive. So that would represent you, Pisces, in some respect. And it's a good thing that those cards showed up here, because the very first card that has been turned over for you is the Three of Swords. So typically the Three of Swords here is usually having to deal with some sort of endings of separation, grief, heartache. Wow. Okay. So it could be three painful choices. This is just, LWB stuff. When it comes to that grief, divorces, pending divorces, something going on now. I always say, and I have been saying lately, that the Three of Swords, when it shows up here, number one, doesn't mean because it's in your spread that it's going to be something that is the most powerful or felt by every Pisces that I'm reading for. You guys have to keep in mind, this is just a general read and energy that I come up with. But whenever the Three of Swords, Nine of Swords, and the Tower shows up here, it is meant for somebody who may be dealing with something, who may not, get into the comments and express themselves because maybe they're private and they want to keep it, whatever they're going through, personal. So I get that. But this Three of Swords also could mean something completely different to another person, as it would, mean something to you. So bear that energy in mind. All right, so couples that are still together, right? Maybe some sort of distance that separate them, that brings on the grief, heartache. Did I say third party in play when it comes to romance? I may have. But why did the Three of Swords show up here? The very first card. What's going on? Why did the Three of Swords? And I try, when I clarify these energies, give you the best impression that I could come up with. But, even that is not something that's set in stone. All right, so it could be that the Three of Swords is here. Yep, look at that. Relationship. Somebody's going through it. Pisces, somebody's going through it. Somebody is going through it. On top of that, these two cards turn over. So, Death card always represents some sort of ending, right? Some sort of closure, never physical death, but something is coming to an end. This is usually major life transformation. And then we have the Queen of Cups that would represent you. So maybe there is a relationship specifically, and I don't want to spend too much time talking about that. I want to move on with the reading, that someone is dealing with either a divorce, pending divorce, or about to break up. And these two cards might be on its own or in connection with a validation. Because, the Two of Cups is always by itself about unity, coming together, commitments, but it's the clarifier for the Three of Swords. So, someone is having issues with a relationship, and there's a pending split or a breakup. All right, following the Two of Cups here, now we have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is charging through. Now, the charging through may be related or unrelated to anything that was left in your past, but he's, very intent on addressing whatever needs to be addressed. It's facing this whole scenario over here. So it might be some sort of connection to the Three of Swords as well as the Two of Cups. Following that, now we have the Eight of Swords. So this seems like it's going to turn out to be a mental week for my fishes. I'm sorry to say that, but I read the cards as I see them. And this is you feeling like, you're blindfolded, you're feeling trapped, of course, however, you're not. But it involves nervousness, tension. It mirrors over there to the Three of Swords and the Two of Cups. Sleepless nights. Could also be the fear of having to, deal with some sort of pending breakup. And then you're playing. This is why I always say be careful not to make sure that you're putting things in your mind, playing things out that have yet to occur or will ever occur. All right. So be careful. If it is real this week, of course, my advice to you is to deal with it, to knock down some of the chaos and the conflicting energies that you may be dealing with. All right. So that you can start to begin to feel better about yourself. I also get with the Eight of Swords, it could be, at a distance, it could be the break in communication. At a distance or not, I should say, with family members, friends, and of course, romantic partners. Following the Eight of Swords here, now we have the Temperance card. So no matter what's going on here for you this week, Pisces, this Temperance card comes in to sort of restore that peace, restore that balance for you, level things out. So if there's anyone that I'm reading for that's having difficulties with a relationship and there's some sort of pending separation, here you have Temperance to rebalance that energy for you. For others, it could be just, wanting to spend some time outdoors, enjoying God's beauty, Mother Nature. Also, this could be a week of having to pull back your energy, focus your energy on yourself, specifically Pisces, and taking care of yourself, loving yourself, nurturing yourself. All right, following the Temperance card, now we have the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is directly underneath that Three of Swords. So whenever I get that, combination or situation, this is like severance from a job, severance from employment. It could also mean retirement for someone. The Queen of Pentacles underneath the Three of Swords, and then the painful, conflicting energies comes from having to, if you put a lot of time and years into a company, and now it's just, you're going to be separated from the people that you have come to know, possibly made friends with, felt like family, and now it's time for you to, leave that. And this brings on the Three of Swords. So it could be that someone having to deal with that issue. Outside of itself, it still would represent the boss in the workplace environment, the creditors, right? Businesses, money looking good. So promotions, pay raises. Here, with regard to how you interact with other people, how they may see you as, Pisces, someone who's very attentive, very responsible, definitely never ever coming across as selfish or stingy. All right, Queen of Cups. Up next here for you is the Page of Wands. Normally, the Page of Wands, being a court card, is someone who, delivers some sort of person to person good news to you. All right, directly to you, face to face. So someone could be coming through to put a smile on your face with some good news. And then, always it's an element of surprise with the Page of Wands. But someone could be that I'm reading for starting up some sort of new hobby, could be starting up a new business, beginning stages of passion about your ventures. Now you have the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is the stroke of luck. Any types of misfortune or anything that's not really, turned out in your favor. This Wheel of Fortune has a tendency to turn it around in your favor. Fate and destiny may be somewhere out and about, and then come across something that you're fated for, or it was meant for you, or you're destined to have. One of the big money cards here, Pisces. So I always throw in there, if you were the risk-taking Pisces and you like to do the lotteries, the casino runs, any types of forms of gambling, just always play responsibly here, okay? Because this is usually big money. All right, so up next here for you, Pisces, you have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands now is good news again, coming in very, very fast to put a smile on your face. Equal number of wands. So communication wise, what you put out there to others will be well received by you, and the communication that comes through you to you from others will be well received by you. Traveling may be involved for some of you this week. Again, it could be work related matters, but you're going to be safe to and from. So yeah, the happiness that could come through again could be through a phone call, a person. Mirrors over here to the Page of Wands. Texting. I get a lot of texting with the Eight of Wands. So it could come through email, face to face, texting. Somehow something comes along and puts a smile on your face. And then what's in the middle is the Wheel of Fortune. Additional messages here for you. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? This belongs up here. Sorry about that, Pisces. I was looking at that for a while. Then I caught it. Okay. So when I clarified this didn't shut down or shorten the top row, because I still will throw 5 cards all together. Okay, so here we go. So now we have the Ten of Pentacles. So again, big 2 tens in the reading, and mirrors over here to the Wheel of Fortune is very, very positive, auspicious energy. Now, because it is money involved, money could be coming to Pisces this week from known and unknown sources. This could be through inheritances. This could be, again, anything involving a step up the ladder in terms of a promotion, bonus money, pay raises, or your financial situation is on solid ground or is about to be. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles are very top notch when it comes to resources of income or money. 6 of Pentacles, okay, so now you got more money here. 6 of Pentacles is a card of gift giving. You could be receiving a gift, of course, and someone could be giving you a gift. Charity causes, pay raises, moderate. Additional messages here for you. Look at that, the 10 of Cups. 3 tens is even more powerful. 10 of Cups, emotional happiness, satisfaction, fulfillment, and contentment being achieved already from those that you are surrounded by, that is family, friends, romantic partners. This could be celebrations, again, birthdays, anniversaries, someone getting married. It is an even number of cups. So I already spoke about the qualities or, the things associated with the 10 of Cups if it shows up in your spread. Okay, so this is a very positive card to receive. And it marks 3 tens, the Wheel of Fortune, 10 of Cups, and the 10 of Pentacles. Following that, we have the Ace of Cups. Wow, why the hell did we have to start off with the 3 of Swords? Again, that could be just for somebody who comes along and they know why it's here. But damn, this reading is actually turning out to be very, very strong in a positive sense. The Ace of Cups sees offering, the job, the contract. There could be pregnancy news around you, right? And because we have these swords here, it could be through cesarean section for someone, contract offer, or also to a greater dedication and devotion coming towards you by those you are associated with. Again, your family, your friends, your romantic partners. The Ace of Cups has the ability to formulate and bring together new platonic friendships as well as romantic partnerships. Last card in the spread for you, Pisces. You'll finish off with the Strength card, which is feeling very strong, very powerful. courageous. Anything that you're dealing with, even if it's the Three of Swords, you should be all right. You got these cards here that are surrounding that energy to help you be strong, be proud. This is the card's energy of the strength. That's what it represents. So yeah, don't forget we had thrown the death card endings. Something new is going to open up. Always replaces what dies or has to go. Right? And then we have the Queen of Wands. So making sure that you're paying attention to your intuition. Representing female energies, of course, for the female Pisces that come and see the video. Mothers, grandmothers, sisters, aunties, besties, all of that. Could be the Pisces I'm reading for that works in the capacity of helping others. Okay. And then also, she has the ability to bring together romantic partners and as well as platonic friends. So you got the Ace of Cups, and now you got the Queen of Cups. But she's also here to help you to guide you possibly through your own intuition. So trust in the gut, trust in those inner voices that you hear. All right. So overall, this is pretty good there, Pisces. Don't let the Three of Swords be the main focus with all of these other positive energies surrounding that. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Remember, it's just me interpreting these messages here for you, Pisces. Take what's going to work for you. Of course, leave what's not going to work for you alone. You guys have a safe, great week ahead. Always come back to get more of these messages from me, and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.